Hi, my name's Claire. Welcome to another Windsor Cake Academy tutorial. Today I'm going to show you really quickly how to make some really cute, spooky Halloween cookies. Okay, so we've just used a simple sugar cookie recipe and cut out a couple of shapes. We've got our bone shape and a little gingerbread man kind of shape there. And I'm just going to show you first of all how to put the outline on your shape. So I'm using stiff consistency white royal icing with PME tip number 2.5. So to start off our line, we're just going to touch down on the surface of the cookie and we're just going to drag a line away from the surface, and it should, as we move, naturally fall into the shape we want it to. And when you get to a corner, touch down again and then keep dragging your line but keeping it away from the surface so you can move it into the right place. Touch down again and bring your line around the other side. Okay, so once you've got your outline in place, we're going to use flooding consistency royal icing. So it's a lot more liquid than the one that we've just been using, and I'm just using it in a squeeze bottle just because it's so much easier. So basically how to start, you just do a full, squeezing really hard and keeping it right up to the edge, and you do a full outline on the whole cookie. There we go, and once your outline's in, you just continue right round, making sure that you've got a really nice full cookie. Takes some squeezing, but keep going. There we go, and then you can just use your scribe tool to make sure that's right up to the edge everywhere you want it. And if you've got any little bubbles, you can also use this to knock those out. And that is right up to my edge. Get a little bit more here. And there we go, you can just give that a little shake and that surface will flatten. So I'm going to set this one to the side because I need that to just dry off a little bit before I can put our writing on. But we've got our little gingerbread man style cookie already flooded with orange icing. So now what I'm going to do is take my stiff consistency white icing again and just pop an outline on for his skull. And leave 2 holes for eyes. And then I'll just come back in with my squeeze bottle and I'll just fill in around all those gaps. If you can get it to come out the bottle. There we go. Go, and I'll just use my scribe tool to make sure that's all in the right place. There we go, that's lovely. And now all I'm going to do is use my stiff consistency icing again, and all the way down his body I'm just going to pipe some small lines, and this is going to act as his spine. There we go, and once I've got that done I can just put 2 little dots on either side of those lines. I'm just going to turn him around so you can see him the right way up. I'm going to pop in some hip bones. What I do is a line across and then just pop a little circle at the end There's his hips. And for the arms and legs, all I'm going to do is do some little bones. And they're just long lines with the 2 dots at the ends again. Same on the arms, there we go. And then I'm just going to pop him to the side because I'm going to finish him off. This one's a boy, so I'm going to do a little green bow tie on him. But for our little girl that we did beforehand, we popped a little green bow in her, well, if she had hair, it would be in that. So I'll pop these to the side and we'll bring it back in just a minute. Okay, so I've just let my icing for the bone cookie crust over slightly. Ideally, if you're doing these at home, if you could leave these to set completely, it would work so much better. Then you won't stand a chance of destroying your cookie, but a good sort of 3 or 4 hours would be much better than the few minutes I've just given this. But we're going to go anyway and get it done. So I've got stiff consistency icing again, black this time, but still with a PME tip 2.5. And all I'm going to do is let that touch down on the surface of the cookie. And again, letting gravity do the work. And it doesn't really matter how neat your writing is because we want this to be a little bit almost wonky. Right, we could pop a little exclamation mark at the end there. And a little dot at the end. There we go. And there we have our little spooky cookie. If you've got any little tails sticking up, you can just use your scribe tool to just poke those down. And there we go. Okay, so we've got a little skeleton guy again, and we're just going to pop the little bow tie in him. So I'm using my flood consistency green royal icing this time. And what I'm going to do is just make a dot, let it build up a little, and then drag it in. And again on the other side, make a little dot and drag it in. I'm just going to turn him around so I can do it the same way on the other side. And drag in. And another little dot and drag that in. And what we'll do is we'll let him set up a little bit and then we'll pop the little dot in the middle. Okay, so we've just brought in our little skeleton guy again, and we're just going to finish him by piping a small dot just in the centre of his bow tie with our stiff consistency royal icing, and he's done. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.